Teaching these parents a new way will be anything but easy.
I'm about to rock this place. Caliente fiesta. Let's do this!
I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. And to stop mom and dad from babying their kids, we're going to extreme measures. Coddling timers. When the time is up, they must move on to the next child, whether they like it or not.
Okay.
Nanny Deb gave us all timers. One for each of the boys' bedroom.
It's nighttime in the jungle, and the moon is on the rise. It's just a normal...
When the timers went off for the first time, it actually was very startling.
Yeah. The 5 minutes is up. You know what that means? It's time for us to say our goodnights.
I actually felt kind of cold in the whole scene. I felt very restricted. There was just no way that 5 minutes is enough.
So we'll just switch the overheads off so it's not too bright.
Okay.
And we'll go talk to the other boy.
Your timer's just a minute. You need to lay down. Look at your book. That was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do.
Yes. Can I share what my favorite part of the day was? Oh! You know what that means?
The worst part of the day.
Very difficult to deal with. I wanted to see Nanny's plan fail.
I'll be out in the hallway sitting, okay? You can see me. I'm right here. I don't think it's ever easy to hear your child cry and to know that you can relieve his discomfort, but you're not going to do it. It was breaking my heart. I wanted to just tell Nanny Deb to leave my house now. I'm going to rock my baby. How can you be there during the day, every time they cry for you, and not be there at night?
He's not feeling abandoned. He knows he's loved. Vicky was rather anxious and she wasn't sure if she was ready for Gabriel to sleep in his own room yet. Eventually, all of the children fell asleep. I think we have some children who are asleep in here. And as soon as that happened, it was like a light bulb went on for Mom.
I was so impressed. That was really encouraging. It was great.
But early the next morning, it becomes apparent that Brent does not share his wife's regard for the new rules in the least.
Me and you need to get together and talk about some of the suggestions that you've had.
Sure.
My wife and I dislike confrontation. We do our utmost to avoid it, in all honesty.
I hate confrontation. It just makes me want to barf.
The first rule right off the bat, everyone sleeps in their own bed. I'm really having trouble with that one. There is no way that I can just not sleep with my child. When we were asking for your help, I thought we needed a lot of help with our organizational skills. I had no issues or qualms with the way we put our children to bed.
That was really hard. So not only was there a confrontational discussion going on between Nanny and Brent, I knew Brent and I were going to have a confrontational discussion because I didn't agree with what he was saying.
We've tried it your way, and it's been very cold to me.
And I understand that this is hard for you.
Yeah, it is difficult for me because I feel like I'm doing right by my child. My priority is with my family. It is not with, I've got to stick to Nanny's rules. Throughout my whole life, I wanted to be able to lay with each child and have them fall asleep in my arms because it's something that I like. You know, I like that time.
He thinks that he's thinking for his children. He doesn't think that he's thinking only for himself.
Your way just goes against everything that I have grown up feeling. And you came right in and said, can't lay with my kids, so now I can't touch them at all at bedtime.
Don't lay with them till they fall asleep. Meant to him, don't touch them. Don't go near them. Leave them alone. And that was never my intention. Have cuddle time. If you want to sit on the bed and read them a book and cuddle with them for their 5 minutes, that's fine. Don't stay there until they fall asleep. He's had a very hard time finding that middle ground between the way he was raised and the way he wants his children to be raised. They have to learn that they're okay without you.
But being able to lay with each child and have them fall asleep in my arms, I feel really promotes that security.
That's you. That's you.
Shouldn't we raise our children in a way that we feel that we should?
You are creating An insecurity by only laying with them until they fall asleep and then going to your own bed. Because they wake up and you're not there, and the first thing that happens is they panic. Daddy's not here, Daddy's not here, and I must be not okay because Daddy's not here.
Well, it's very difficult to change a behavior that you feel is so right, and then somebody tells you it's wrong.
If it was working so wonderfully, you wouldn't have called.
When she presented that, I was already in an agitated state of mind. So I got up the courage to say, I cannot do this. We are going to lay with them, sleep with them, coddle with them, since that is the way that I believe. She has been doing this for so long that they are my children. I'm going to sleep with my children to help them develop their trust in me, their trust that I will be there always.
Laying with your children is not for your children. I'm sorry, Brent, it's for you.
During that conversation, I felt myself getting whittled away at each turn.
You're projecting your problems onto them. He's going back to when he was a kid and he felt a certain way, and he doesn't want his children to feel that way. What he was saying is, I can't do this because I don't want them to feel the way I felt left alone in bed. You did not like it when you were laying alone at night. You're overcompensating for what you didn't have with your children, and that's not fair.
It was very humbling to hear that. I try to tell my children not to be selfish, and here I am, being selfish with something that I hold dear.
It's not all or nothing. It's finding that right balance. Make bedtime cozy, make it loving, but don't stay there until they fall asleep. Okay?
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay.
Well, you didn't seem so good when
I'm
you were in there crying and holding his hand and singing, and when we're trying to practice these things that Deb has suggested.
Could I talk for 5 minutes?
Sure.
Point being made is that you don't have to be there in order for them to be happy and comfortable going to sleep.
It was really good for us to have that confrontation because it did open the door for me to be able to say, hey, I'm tired. This really needs to happen.
I'm trying to help your relationship. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Let's get that straight.
But it's
right
nice
now.
to have some mom and dad time in the evening.
For me to tell him, this is something that as a mom, as a wife, as a woman, that this is time I need with you.
I'm sorry, I'm selfish. I want some time with you at the end of the day. As soon as you get home, you are all about the boys. As an adult, as a woman, I need to have, more than, hi, good night. That's not cutting it.
Vicky needs some adult conversation. She needs to be able to talk through some of the things that happened with the boys and things that she's going through herself.
Britt and I came from very different backgrounds. I came from a very secure, happy home.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was very loving and gentle. Brent's mom was not there. We have made a conscious...
She was there for me, just in different ways.
She was absent a lot. Perhaps that's a better way to put it. Mm-hmm. Brent had a different upbringing than he's decided to give his children. And I know there were times when his mother was very busy and was unable to be there for him. And he has a lot of memories of spending a lot of time alone. Seth said it the best last night. Seth said, you don't just suddenly want to start sleeping on your own when you're 18. Out of the mouths of babes. It's the truth, but they have to learn that they're okay without you.
I can see that viewpoint.
I could see Brent sort of getting it. His eyes sort of, it was registering with him.
I truly do project some of my insecurities upon my children, and I will give it a shot.
It's great to hear Dad say he's getting with the program, but I really need to see the new rules work for him. So tonight's bedtime is truly his final test.
Sleeping in our own bed.
Yes, that's right. The first rule was everybody sleeps in their own bed. And is this my bed?
No.
Nope. It's not my bed.
And with the kids asleep in a timely manner, Mom and Dad finally have time alone together at night.
And it's before midnight. It's time to go to sleep. Good night, Anne.
Night. Love you.
Love you.
With bedtime a success, I truly believe that the Spauldings are on the right path. And over the next few days, everything began falling into place for the Spaulding family.
Okay, Aiden, let's get you started.
Mom is running an orderly schoolhouse by day.
Hey guys, we've had a great school day, haven't we?
And Dad is running an orderly bedtime by night.
The folks in Daniel's neighborhood were busy with their lives.
And the babying is rapidly becoming a thing of the past.
Are we there yet? You said 5 minutes.
You seen my children?
Mom? Whatever's happening to us is happening very fast.
You have wrinkles.
As a result, the kids are blossoming with their newfound independence. That's the first time you've ever done a box sheet?
Yeah, without any help with the grown-up.
Very good, see? Seth is getting all of the individual attention he needs. He truly is a remarkable child. But before I leave, there's one thing I need to see. Luke spending the afternoon at Taekwondo all by himself.
I really expected that I would have, Mom, my stomach hurts, I don't want to do this, or tears in the van on the way. We didn't have any of that. I will be here before your class is out. The more he does it, I think the easier it's going to be on him. You're fine, okay? You'll do great. Hey there. I'm ready to see him make some big steps, ready to dive in and do things on his own, and for him to be able to be comfortable with it.
Later on, when Mom returns to pick up Luke, she's proud to see him now comfortable among his peers.
Let's go, bud.
I think that Luke is very, very proud of all he's accomplished this week. I really do. I think he feels much more confident. Now that Luke knows he's safe and secure both at home and at play, my work with the Spauldings is done, and all that's left to do is say goodbye.
Hey, Nanny, Dad.
How are you?
Hey, do we have a new nanny at Nanny Central?
Yes, we do.
How'd you do? What's your name? Nanny Seth?
He basically stole her cap and her cape so Nan Deb couldn't leave.
My least favorite day has come. And, it's the day I have to say goodbye. It's always difficult for me to say goodbye, but when you spend this week with this family, when you spend this time with these children, when you come in and turn their lives upside down, you can't help but love them forever. I want you to know, when I leave, I'm going to take a little bit of each of you in my heart, and I hope that you know I'm leaving a little bit of me in yours, okay? It's heartbreaking when you see 6 little faces looking up at you, saying you really have to go now. This is it. It's done. Because you get attached.
Thank you for everything, your generosity, your insight, your challenges. I just wanted to hold on to her because she did impact my children so much. She did impact me. This is real. This is real. This is a life-changing experience.
When people offer help, accept it. Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
I promise.
I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm gonna miss you.
We definitely are blessed having had her here. We definitely made some positive changes. I think it was an awesome thing to have her come and be a part of our lives for a week.
Okay. Oh,
You too.
goodness me. All right, come on, Nanny Seth, let's go. We'll see you later. And the boys followed me and gave me some hugs. And then Dad came in carrying Seth, who was sobbing. It's okay, honey. It's all right. I promise I'll come see you. I love you very much.
For that to be so hard for him was heartbreaking because he doesn't cry very often.
Thank you. There's a saying, if you love your children, you let them free. And I think that I've taught Mom and Dad how to give these children the wings and the tools to let them be who they are, and to allow them one day when they leave to know that their mom and dad are there and that they love them and they've set them free.